Hey you guys, it's the Glamorous Witch and I am back for another video. So I wanted to come on here and let you guys know, I know you guys have been wondering where the fuck are you at, where are these videos at? And there has been a lot of stuff going on. I just celebrated my birthday, I've been working on a couple of new projects, new music, and so it's been a little bit hectic and I haven't had a chance to sit down and make a video. But I want you to know that I am back, and also I will be switching gears to a new series for love, magic, and romance because it's February and yes, the month of love and romance. And for all you couples out there, I think it'd be fitting to know how to spice up the love life. But this is going to be the last video of the protection series so far. And this is going to be a video on protection powder. Now, I'm going to be teaching you how to make this blend, how to strategically place it around your house. I usually put it underneath the mats or in the window seals, certain places, but you can also use this as a floor sweep. You can also use this on candles, and you can also use this in protection jars and different types of protection workings. It's great to make a full batch of it, and then you can always dip into it whenever you need it or when you need to replace and replenish the spaces that have been blessed with it. So if you want to learn how to make your own protection powder, just keep watching. All right, so we are going to start with our blessed thistle. Now I have here a mortar and pestle, but I'm going to be transferring that into my coffee grinder so that we can turn it into a fine powder, because there are chunkier pieces in this blend that I want to make sure get ground down to a fine powder, because there's going to be different ways that we use this powder, and it's just better if it's ground down. But I'm going to put it in here first to bless and activate it, and then I'm going to transfer it here. Now our first ingredient on this list is going to be blessed thistle. Now blessed thistle is really great for protection workings. People have used it for a long time, honestly, to protect against lightning, negativity, evil, and it also strengthens spiritual systems. So we're gonna bless and activate it, because so I want to bless this blessed thistle with obviously protection against negativity and evil, but that my spirit guides, my ancestors, my angels, and all that assist me beyond the veil become strong in guarding and protecting my home against that negativity and that evil that may be trying to make its way into my space. With full faith, Ashion, so it is. Okay, now we have shepherd's purse. There we go. Shepherd purse is also for protection, but it's great for protection against sickness and disease. And also, stuff that I've read about it is people used to use it in World War III to stop bleeding, I think. Don't quote me on that, but hey, whatever. I want protection against all forms of sickness as well. Okay. Whew. So next we're going to be using Devil's Claw. Now it's not zooming in, but I wanted to show you, like, this is what I mean by chunkier pieces. This is the stuff that we're going to want to ground down into a powder. Now, Devil's Claw is used for cleansing and purification. It's really great for cleansing black magic. It's really great for using on exorcisms and preventing unwanted intruders. So this is going to be perfect for any type of work that you're putting outside of your home, especially if you're putting this underneath your mat of your front door or even your back porch or whatever the case may be. Next, we have Arnica Flower, excuse me. Arnica. This is Arnica Flower. This is Arnica Flower, and this has been used traditionally in midsummer, like folklore and stuff like that, for protecting the harvest. And it also can be great for protecting spirits from entering or leaving a space. You have to program it for that, but you can also use this same thing to protect your home. You can boil this and then as a tea, and then sprinkle that boiled tea over your front door, or wash your front door with it as a form of protection. And we're gonna get further into that, but we're gonna bless and activate this. Ooh, excuse me. We're gonna bless and activate this flower to protect all the things within our space, all of our hard work, all the things that have come from our harvest, and the things that we have created, protecting our livelihood, our space, and to prevent unwanted spirits from entering the space. Next, we have Barberry. Barberry is really, really great for protecting against evil, but most importantly, it stops your enemies as well as removes enemies' progress. So Barberry is really, really great to use. I'll show you what it looks like. It's really great to use because it's one of those types of herbs. There's a lot of like folklore around it, where people will say if you sprinkle barberry in a pathway of someone that is your enemy, that whatever they're trying to do against you will be thwarted, and that progress of whatever it is that they're trying to achieve will be stumbled and be incompleted. So that's really great preventative measures, because sometimes you don't always know that the person that's coming into your house, friends, neighbors, whatever the case may be, that they are enemies. So you can't really target them specifically. But what we're going to do is anyone that is an enemy of this home will, and anything that they're trying to do will be stopped. Whatever progress they're trying to make towards creating chaos or harming, it could even be black magic spells, that will be protected against that completely. Next is poppy seeds. Now these are black poppy seeds, as you can see. Yeah, these are black poppy seeds. And poppy seeds are used in a lot of different types of magics. They're used in traditionally a lot of baneful magic as a way to confuse people. People will add poppy seeds and black mustard seeds and some other things to create like a confusion potion, or to add to baneful workings to confuse their enemies so they don't understand what's going on and they don't actually know how to fix whatever's going on with them. Now, we're going to be using this as a way to confuse our enemies as well, but to also confuse spirits of ill will from being able to figure out how to get in the house, or if this is the right home, or it just completely just confuse the shit out of them. So they're like, what the fuck, am I supposed to even be here? Like, is this the house? You know, we want that to be a part of the blend for sure. What's really great about this mix too is that you actually get to see how people react, you know, who come over to your house, if they have a reaction, because this is going to go in certain areas of the home. You get to see how people react in your space, and then you can kind of, it's almost like it tells on them, which is really, really funny. Or they tell on themselves once they pass over this blend. So the people who actually have good intentions by you and your space, and people who live in your space, shouldn't be affected by this whatsoever. So we're gonna bless and activate the poppy seeds. Next is the Cascadia Powder. Now this is in like, so if you're gonna go online and purchase this, which is like I said before, this is just eggshell powder ground out into a powder. You're gonna usually see it in these little like ketchup cup thingies, and there's a big chunk in here that we're gonna use at the bottom. Now, Cascadia Powder has two really great benefits. It's really great for clearing out negativity, of course, but it also creates a barrier, and that's what we want. Now, if you don't have Cascadia powder, you can use red brick dust. You can also use black salt, but I find that this creates a straight up barrier, and not just a barrier in that it stops people, but it's a barrier between the natural world and the supernatural realm. So what you want to do is you want to incorporate something that also protects you, not just in the physical, but in the, you know, in the spiritual realm. So this is going to do that and to expel those energies from the space. There's a lot of ways to use Cascadia powder. You can put it in bathtubs, you can use it in different blends, you can use it to bless yourself and to remove things off of yourself. But it's very, very powerful, and it has been used in Santeria and a lot of West African traditions I mean, that's really where it originated for a long, long time. And this is something that's tried and true. So I would make sure that if you're going to do this blend and you have to make sure you have anything in this, that is one of the most important ingredients in this blend. Did I harp on that enough? Next, we're going to use clove. Now, clove is very common. You can find clove pretty much anywhere. I'm going to be using the powdered form, but if you don't have the powdered form, remember we're going to be grinding this up anyways, so it doesn't matter. Clove is really great because clove is such a dominating herb. It's great for breaking curses and hexes, and it's just very, very powerful when using it in magical purposes. So we want to activate this to break any negative workings done against us, any black magic spells, curses, hexes, or jinxes, as well as creating a powerful, fortified protection force around our space, around our home, and anywhere where this blend is used. With full faith, I shall, and so it is. Next, we're going to put in our frankincense. Now, I'm at the end of this, but it's pretty easy to find frankincense out there. And we're gonna bless and activate this to increase the power and the potency, and then also for protection as well. Next is going to be cayenne pepper. Now, anyone who does any type of protection work will tell you that cayenne pepper is really, really great for a lot of things. It has a lot of multi-purpose things. You can use cayenne pepper in love, to spice up and to heat up the passion and the lust and the sexual energy. You can use cayenne pepper in money to create speed and a flow of money. You can also use cayenne pepper in baneful magic as a way to burn and singe and create discomfort and dis-ease in the person that you're trying to work it on. And cayenne pepper can be used in protection as a fiery wall of protection that will stop anyone from coming forth, will almost burn anyone who tries to move forward towards you in any harmful way. And next we're going to be using bay leaf. Now, I love bay leaf as a form of protection. If you don't have bay leaf, you can also use rosemary, also really great for protection. I don't have it in this blend today, but sometimes when I'm making this blend, I kind of just play it by ear. I'll add rosemary instead of bay. You know, it just kind of depends on where I'm at. So we don't need a whole bunch of this, but we'll see. I'm gonna just break it apart so it's not big leaf chunks. And I've said this before in other videos, bay is kind of like the substitution herb. Whenever you don't have something else, it's really great because bay will mimic the energy or the vibrational energy of any other herb. So it could be really great for substitution, and it plays really well as a substitution herb. Oh, confirmation. Okay, so this next portion is going to be the oils. Now, I have a little dropper here, so I'm going to be using this to just take just a little bit. This is my personal protection oil. You've seen it in other videos. We have Conjured Cardea's Fiery Wall of Protection, as well as her Evil Eye oil. So, again, like I said, I'm going to link her shop in the description below. And I'm also going to be linking you to a couple of other shops that offer different types of oils. She also has a lot of powders on her site that you could actually add to this and incorporate it to just give it a little extra boost. So, but like I say all the time, making your own stuff is always more powerful because it's your energy, your intention, and it's for you. So we're just going to do a little mixing of this, okay, because I don't want to just kind of stay here on the top with these bay leaves. Whoa, and if you guys could smell this. Okay, so first I'm going to add just a drop, and when I say just a drop, I mean just the motherfucking drop of my protection oil. This one is no fucking joke. And I very rarely need to use this because I'm consistent with my work. And then a little bit of our fiery wall. Okay. I'm just gonna stir this up. And remember, while you're doing this, you're thinking of your intention. You might do prayers, you might do incantations, whatever works for you. But the magic is going into this throughout. It doesn't just stop. You're not just doing it one half of it. This is an entire process, you guys. So now I am going to add this blend here to my coffee ground. And I encourage you to, if you're a beginner witch, go to your local thrift shop and find a, it doesn't have to be like a fancy one, but just a coffee grinder if you don't have a mortar and pestle, as a way to grind up your herbs and all these things, because, you know, instead of spending a minute or two trying to grind this up, it gets done in like 30 seconds. And here we have it. Here is the powder. And as you can see, this is way more ground up than an actual mortar and pestle would get it. This is going to be perfect for adding it to what we're gonna do next. Okay, you guys, so this is the first way that you're going to be able to use this herbal blend. Now, this is for people who live in dorm rooms or have roommates where you can't necessarily sprinkle this in the front of your door, or if you live as a solitary witch, or you live as a in the broom closet witch and you're not trying to let anyone know that you practice, this is a really great way to use this blend. Now, you're gonna need a container, sea salt, Florida water, hot water, which is in this container, this tea kettle, and then your oil blend. And then you're gonna wanna have some type of a container that you can put it, like a little spritz bottle. So I'm gonna show you how to do this. First, you're gonna wanna add your sea salt. Now you're gonna bless and activate this sea salt for protection and cleansing and purity. You can see it's kind of a decent amount of sea salt here. We're gonna bless and activate that. Okay, now you're going to add your herbal blend. And you can kind of just eye it, but I'm gonna put that much in there so you can just see how much is going in there. Okay, and now I'm gonna add my hot water. Now you can eye this, but you're going to let this hot water sit, and you're also going to put in your Florida water as a cleansing agent as well. Gonna stir this up. Now the salt should evaporate and the herbs will start to become more of turns into a tea. Now this you can spray on your windows, you can spray this on your door and wash your door with this. Spritz it over the door, just completely soak it. If you wanted to make a bigger batch of this and literally make a wash out of this and wash your whole door with this, you could do that. I would sift out some of the herbs, but you're gonna turn this into a tea. Now, while this is doing what it's gonna do, we're gonna let this steep. I'm gonna show you the other way to use this blend. Okay, so here is my front porch. I'm giving too much of my shit away, but this is our mat. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna move this mat out of the way, and I'm going to take just a little bit of these herbs, and I'm gonna sprinkle it right here where a person would walk and where the mat is going to cover. And again, I'm showing you guys how to do this, but I would be setting my intentions to protect my home against all harmful energies. Anyone with malice, jealousy, envy in their heart, may they be thwarted and my enemies be stopped in their tracks. Okay? Now you're gonna take this mat and you're plainly gonna just put it over it. Now, as you can see, there's a little bit there, but that's gonna get blown away. And if I wanted to put it on the steps here, you can also do that, or on the window seal as well. Okay, now we're back. So I'm going to show you how I sift it out. I'm going to be using some cheesecloth, and this is pretty simple. You're going to cut a little bit of your cheesecloth. And this is kind of a big one. I got this at the 99-cent store, so for all of my thrifty witches, don't spend that much money on cheesecloth, okay? But this comes in handy when you want to make sure, because you don't want the chunky bits in here when you're putting it into the spray bottle because it'll clog this. So just keep that in mind. So I'm gonna pour the blend. There we go. Okay. Over this cup. And I chose this spout so I could easily pour it in here. But if you don't have that, you know, get crafty. Okay. Okay. There we go. And take that. And I'm going to pour just a little bit of my Florida water in here. Cleanse this. Check to see if this is, I'm gonna shake this up. And I'm also gonna, okay, get that in the spray bottle going. And we are going to pour this blend into our container. Perfect amount. The absolute perfect amount. And boom. Now you have your very own protection spray that you can spritz anywhere in your home as a form of protection. On your windows, on the to the windows, to the walls. Girl, spritz it everywhere. You can also use this on property, things that you don't want to get stolen or taken, specific areas of the house that you want to make sure that they're protected. This is really great. Remember, this doesn't have necessarily a floral scent, even though we put some of the Florida water in there. This has a very potent scent. And just make sure you're not spraying it on your pillows or places that might be an irritant for you and your skin, like couches or linens and stuff of that nature. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know down below in the comment section. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, as well as a subscribe if you want to see any of the new stuff that's coming up, because I will be posting new things for this month for some love magic and some passion and some, you know, just tasty, lustful, magical stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Be blessed. 'Cause I wanna stay high.